welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison, and today we're sitting in my yard, hanging out, talking about the moon. So, if you haven't seen my last video all about the new moon, how to work with the moon, rituals you can do with the new moon, be sure to check that out. But as we move through the moon cycle and learn how to work with each of the distinct phases of the moon, I'm going to create a video on each of them. And right now we are in the energy of the waxing moon. So that's what this video is going to be all about. We're going to talk a little bit about general moon phases. There's more in the new moon video, but I want to recap it a bit for you all. Then I'm going to talk about what is the distinct energy of the waxing moon phase specifically, and what should we be doing with that new moon intention during the waxing moon phase. Then I'm going to give you some ritual ideas so you can go and continue to work on your new moon intention with the energy of the waxing moon guiding you. And we'll wrap up, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the full moon and the waning moon back into the dark moon. So be sure to subscribe, especially if you love intentional living, following the moon. All of that is what I love to talk about here on this channel, and I would love for you to subscribe and follow along. Before diving into the distinct energies of the waxing moon and what we will do to work with that energy, I want to just give a general overview of a normal moon cycle so that if you are still new to this work and you're learning about the phases of the moon again, maybe it's been since childhood, since you were like learning about the phases of the moon, we're going to get into it here. The moon has a 28-day cycle. It changes every single day of those 28 days. So, unlike the sun, that is very similar day after day after day, our moon changes every single day of that 28-day cycle. There are 13 moon cycles every single year, meaning there's about a moon cycle a month, but obviously there's a few days of overlap where we're getting an additional moon cycle throughout the calendar year because of its 28-day cycle. With that 28-day cycle, there are 4 distinct phases of a moon cycle. We start with the new moon, then the moon waxes and it grows into the full moon. And then from the full moon, the light begins to wane and it goes back into full darkness where it starts a new moon cycle. Each of those 4 phases of the moon are very distinct in their energy. And when you follow the moon cycle, it is known that we see the seasons represented in every moon cycle. So I love working with the moon with setting intentions, setting my goals, because I have 13 opportunities a year to work on something distinct and important to me, a goal at work, a goal in my health, a goal in a relationship, whatever it may be. It's no longer do we have to wait until the new year to set New Year's resolutions. When you become a moon magic follower and you work with the moon, you have 13 opportunities every single year to set an intention, work with it as it grows, let things go, and shed through that process. So that's why I love following the moon. I have personally been following and doing moon magic for almost a decade. I absolutely love it. It makes me feel so much more connected to the natural world. You may be feeling a bit disconnected from your body or the natural world, and syncing up with the moon, noticing how the moon is churning and changing every single day in a 28-day cycle has been so impactful for me over this last decade, with feeling really rooted and connected with the natural world, also with my own seasons and cycles of what I am going through. And it is an anchor point that allows me to live really intentionally so that the years don't just rush by and you're thinking, oh my God, it's the summer again. It's the fall again. How did this happen? It's the holidays. It's my birthday again. Like, time just rushes by in this like capitalistic world. And so when we pause and we reflect and we take notice of what's happening in the natural world around us, it can really pull back some intentional time, and you can like live your life and chart out your goals in a really beautiful way that's being supported by what's happening outside. So, with those 4 phases of the new moon is very connected to winter energy. The waxing moon is very connected to spring energy. The full moon, summer energy. And the waning moon is fall energy. We get to live through all 4 seasons of a calendar year within a 28-day moon cycle. So, if you were here during the new moon and you set your new moon intention, we're going to be taking that new moon intention and pulling it forward with us into the waxing moon. So the waxing moon is connected to that springtime energy. So if you take a minute and you think about spring, you think about like that excitement, that energy of like the growing light, the growing warmth. People that garden start to tend to their soil for planting the plants that they're going to hopefully be enjoying in the summer and the fall season and the harvest. Like you plant that tomato plant that's just like a small little green leafed stem, and you are hoping that you're going to be enjoying, and you're setting the intention that you're going to be enjoying delicious tomatoes in the summer and early fall. And so that's the springtime energy. It's the time where we work. So we are tending to that new moon intention. Our waxing moon is over like a 12-day period. We get a lot of time. The new moon is kind of on a specific day. The energy flows like a day or two around the new moon, then waxes for 10 to 12 days ish. Then we have a full moon that happens on a distinct day, but the energy of the full moon kind of resonates around it 3-ish days, the day before, the day after. And then we have a waning period. So this is really where we do the work on that new moon intention. People love the new moon and the full moon because they're like, these bright, shiny moments where you get to set intentions and do rituals. And I love that as well. But the real work of seeing your new moon intention come to be is really sitting with the energy of the waxing and then the waning moon. Think about that intention that you set, and what do you have to do to change that pattern? If you set an intention around your health because you're going to change the behavior of getting more sleep, then what do you need to put in place in your life to support yourself with getting more sleep? Now is the time to start practicing, right? In the springtime, sometimes we have a really warm day and a really cold day. So we are not perfectionists here. It is not like all 12 days of the waxing moon, you have to be perfect with that new moon intention. This is the time we get to test, we get to try. Some days are going to be that really bright, warm spring energy where we're like, yeah, we nailed it. We got to bed early. We, decompressed. We slowed down. We did our full skincare routine. We drifted off and had a beautiful 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And other days, you might stay up too late. You might fall into some of your old habits. But that is the part of the waxing moon that we set. We focus on that intention that we originally set with the new moon. The waxing moon is literally growing. It is growing from full darkness from the new moon into the full moon. So let your desire grow as well. Maybe share it with a partner or a family member or a friend. What are you doing about it? Get excited about it. Like put energy into it. Allow it to grow. That is the way that we can allow the energy of the natural world and the energy of the moon to really support us with that new moon desire. As the light of the moon is building, so is your focus around your intention. So every day coming back to it. If you did and watched the new moon intention, maybe you set some kind of token for yourself that's reminding you of your new moon intention. I love to use a piece of jewelry. Maybe you put a post-it on your bathroom mirror that has your intention like fully front of face. Every time you're in the bathroom, you see it. It sometimes can be a lot easier to journal about our intentions, focus on what we really want. But this is the time where like the rubber hits the road, meets the road, whatever that phrase is, where you like put in the time and the energy, and you really sink into your desire. Why did you want that thing that you set for yourself. Why do you want to get more sleep? Is it because you want to have more energy to spend more time with your loved ones? Is it because you want to have a clearer head so you can really focus on your work and really crush it at work? Like, why do you want more sleep if that was your intention? Like, you get in and start digging into the layers of like, why do I want to get more sleep? Is it just because like that's a trend that I'm seeing on social media. And so I feel like I should be doing it. And when you start to root around, like, that's not motivating. Shoulds are not motivating. So this is for you, for your own desire, not what's trending on social media, not what your partner thinks, your parents think, your boss thinks you should be doing. You and your relationship with the moon over those 28 days is a sacred practice for yourself. So make sure that it's something that you truly want, that you're truly desiring, because it's a lot easier to put in the work and the effort if it's around something that you truly are craving in your life. The last point about the energy of the waxing moon is just to like give yourself some grace, again, with like not being a perfectionist. The energy of the spring, just like sometimes we have those really hot days and those really cold days, when you think about a new plant having to like push through the soil to come, and start to grow, when you think about a bud like having to push open a flower and then fruit, like that takes a lot of energy. So just like give yourself some grace with that like effort and that changing of that habit or that work, and just like allow yourself to think about a plant. You would not come out and yell at this beautiful plant to like produce these fruits faster, better. Why aren't they? No, like you let it unfold as it should. And there's a lot of energy that the plant is putting in to its bud, to its fruit, to its growth in the springtime energy. So that's what you and I have to do with our new moon intention. But we're not going to like get angry at ourselves for like not growing fast enough. So now for the rituals around the waxing moon. As you can tell, this is a very much a time where we are like getting to work, like I've said, but we got to bring in the magic to it as well. That is like why I love working with the moon, is to feel more connected to my magical self. So if you meditate, this is a perfect time to spend 5 minutes visualizing yourself already being the type of person that gets that 8 to 9 hours of sleep. So you think about yourself, you seeing yourself winding down, putting your phone away, getting into a shower, using beautiful all natural products, like doing your full skincare routine, sinking into bed, maybe reading a few pages of the book. Like you see it all and you feel it all. So, like, if you are a meditator, like visualize yourself as already accomplishing the thing that you have set your new moon intention on. If visualization is not your cup of tea, or you feel like you can't really see anything when you close your eyes in meditating, not to worry. It's not just about meditating. If you get out your journal and you look back at your new moon intention, what I like to do during the waxing moon is to change it into a statement as if it has already happened. So much like the visualization, instead of saying, I want to be on my phone less and read more books, if that was the new moon intention that I wrote, or if you wrote something similar as, I don't want to do this anymore and I want to do this now more, or I want to add in this and delete this, whatever it is, right? I'm assuming you probably wrote it in that way. I want more of this, I want less of this. Now you're going to change it during the waxing moon, and you're going to spend some time with your journal and you're going to write it as if it already happened. So instead of, I want to be on my phone less, doom scrolling, and I want to read more books. So during the waxing moon, you're going to rewrite that intention as if it's already happened. So you would change it to something along the lines of, I am enjoying reading so much more. I no longer look at my phone as the last thing at the night. I put my phone away and I read for an hour before I go to bed. I love all the stories I am enjoying from the books that I am reading, and my mental health is in a much better place now that I am spending less time mindlessly scrolling on my phone. You write it as if it's already come to be, that you are already that person that reads books way more and scrolls way less. That was a big new moon intention for me last year. It actually took 3 moon cycles for me to work through my doom scrolling habits. And I have videos on this channel to help you if you are finding yourself, especially in 2025, doing a lot of doom scrolling and wanting to spend your time more intentionally in your non-work hours. Be sure to check out those videos. I'll leave them linked below. But sometimes these bigger habits, like maybe you need a few cycles. I definitely needed 3 solid moon cycles last year to work at that. But now I can say, like, I'm reading more books than I have ever read in a year. I actually just hit my annual goal in the month of October, and I am starting book 37 tonight, actually. So, just to like give you some like fuel for your fire, it is totally possible. Spend this time digging in with your new moon intention, letting it wax, letting it grow with that light every single night. Check where the moon is, look at her, let her show you how to grow and to shine as you are getting closer to your dreams. Be sure to click that subscribe button so you can come back and we'll dig into the full moon, which everyone loves the full moon. I love the full moon. So be sure to come back because we are definitely going to be talking about the moon way more on this channel. If you still haven't seen that new moon video, maybe check it out next. It's right here on this beautiful walk and chat here in beautiful Joshua Tree, California. And I will see you in my next video. And I am wishing you a beautiful waxing moon phase. Bye, everyone.